Hey everybody, it's your Sam and I'm here with yet another video. Today I want to cover eras 2 and 3 of Mappa Imperium, and of course I'm going to be using Inkarnate with it. And it's a continuation of the first video, and I will have it show up on the screen somewhere. Era 2 in Mappa Imperium is actually going to be on the Pantheon. You get to create your gods and goddesses and all that good stuff. But let's go ahead and open up our map. That way we have it all loaded up. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to roll 1d6 to determine the number of deities per home region. So we're back to player 1 and player 2, and we're going to roll a d6 once for each of them. So this is player 1, and they only get one god or goddess. And the way we're going to do this is there is a note tool in Mappa Imperium, because I would try to put it along the edges here so that you can kind of see it at a glance, but it's also pretty busy. I just rather use the note tool right here. We're just going to add it right there. Let's see if I can actually spell. And we go ahead and save. Okay, so you can see this little location button right here, and that's how you add your notes. Okay, player 2, let's see how many gods or goddesses they have. Okay, so they have 2, because whenever you roll a 3, you still get 2 deities. So we're going to go ahead and add, there's their person, people thing. All right, and okay. The next thing we do is we roll 1 die to determine the domain for each deity. You do this until all the gods have a domain associated with them. It's another d6. The domain in this aspect is what they're going to be over, or what their powers are going to be over, or what they're going to be worshipped for. Player 1 has that one god or goddess, so let's go ahead and roll again. A 4. An endeavor, or travel, the hunt, harvest, games, music. Let's see, we've got squimoids, a goddess of travel. Since they're sea people, then that just makes sense, right? Right. And since this one has 2, we'll get to roll the dice twice for player 2. This one's a 5. Something around the home for the first god or goddess, like a garden, bread, hearth, cats, love, family. I like the idea of it being just plain home. We'll do god of home, and then the next one will be a goddess of 1. Geography. Mountains, swamps, seas, rivers, deserts, volcanoes. Okay, this one has 2 volcanoes down in the map right here, so we'll do volcanoes. Goddess of volcanoes. Let's try that again. There we go. Alright, so that's saved. Goddess of travel. Okay. Next little thing that we have to do is roll another d6 to determine a symbol for each deity for the players. Player 1 has 1 deity, so we only get 1 roll. That's a 2, and it's going to be a tool. Scythe, pick, wheel, cup, key, horseshoe. Let's do the ship's wheel, the helm. Player 2 has 2 deities, so we get to roll twice. Roll number 1 is a 4. It's a plant. Tree, apple, carrot, flower, mushroom, or branch. And since this is the god of home, we will do the symbol as, what do you think, oak tree? See what the symbol for the volcano is going to be. 2, which is another tool. Alright, so a scythe, pick, wheel, cup, key, horseshoe. Let's go ahead and do a pick. Do a pickaxe. Okay. 2.4, we get to create a name finally for our gods and goddesses here. There is like random name list. There are 6 roles in column. Roll if needed. So you can do like 2 6-sided dice, and the first one can be for columns, and then the next one will be which role in that column. I'm thinking we'll do it that way, just so I don't have to spend too much time thinking. So we'll add another 6-sided dice, and we will roll for player 1 to determine the name. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Theron is going to be the goddess's name. And I'm going to change it up a little bit. I want it to be Theron. Heron. There we go. Heron, goddess of travel. And then for player 2, we get to roll twice. So the first one, 2 and 4. Paganelli? Paganelli. Okay, so Paganelli, the god of home. Roll number 2 for the second one. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3 is Ziri. I like that one too. Yeah, there we go. Ziri, the goddess of volcanoes, and Paganelli, the god of home. That is it for Era 2 of the Mappa Imperium game or world building tool. Now we move on to Era 3, which is the burgeoning kingdoms portion. This is pretty much going to depict the first 30 years or so of your empire's story. Your world is brand spanking new, and you want to play through this so that you can come up with the story. If your world is a little bit older, you're going to have to play through this in order to get to that age. The first part of Era 3 is the early settlers, and we get to roll twice for each player. It's a 6-sided dice. You get to name and connect each settlement with a road. This is the early settlers from your main people, so keep that in mind. For player 1, it's going to be the Squimoids at Siren's Bay, and you want to be able to connect their settlement. A good idea for this one would be like to have one here on the lake. Maybe they cross the lake right here, this little narrower part right here, or they cross this narrow ocean or channel and they settle over here. Go ahead and get rid of this die, and we will roll for player 1. First one is going to be a military, like a fort or an outpost or barracks, and that actually will fall really well into this one because the dragons are over here, so maybe the dragons are hostile towards the Squimoids. Go ahead and put like a little settlement here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up our stamped catalog, find us a nice little symbol for a settlement. I think we'll do the icons here, and we'll do this one, and we'll build it right here. They either go across the lake or they come around the edge of the island here. A path? Okay. Connected that path now. Let's go ahead and get like another little symbol here, like a little ship. Kind of like that one. And that shows that they just went around the edge right there. That's it for player number 1. Nope, we gotta roll twice for each player. That's right. Do a 3, which is a resource town. And that can be this one over here. They finally get to the silk fur. Go ahead and go back to our catalog here and get some of our stamps going. Since since this is the main one that we keep using, let's go ahead and use it again, and we'll put it, and then we gotta do another path, so maybe they go right along the edge and into the middle. And since that is both sea and land, we'll just leave it like that. We won't do a a ship or anything like that. Okay, and we need to name these guys. So I'll put some text right here. And the first one is Siren's Bay. So let's let this one be, since it's a fort, we'll do Siren's Protectorate. How's that? Do one right here, and it will be, let's see, silk fur, so Siren's Fur. Let's capitalize that. There we go. That's it for player number 1. They've got 2 additional settlements, and one is resource and one is to protect, sort of. And I think that's pretty awesome for player number 1. Let's see what kind of luck player number 2 has. So first roll for player number 2 is going to be a 2. It's going to be a mining settlement. Look at that. Already playing into the whole goddess thing there. Let's go ahead and put a settlement here. It's a bit far, but these people are tenacious, right? I'm gonna use this one. Okay, and then let's do the path. Let's follow along the hills here. Takes a little bit longer. Here we go. Alright, and let's go ahead and roll another one. We'll name it last. Another resource town. Lumber, industry, and textile. Let's put one right here along the same path, because maybe they come here and then they go on to the mining town. So let's use this guy right here. Whoop, put it right there. And that's good enough for me. Okay, let's go ahead and name these guys. This one can be... These people can probably have like some kind of sense of humor, or where they want to warn people away. Let's put it as Fiery Camp. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and name this one, and it will be Indoor Camp. That's it for 3.1. 3.2, we get to create some hostile neighbors. We get to roll once for each player. Oh, it says it must be placed on the same island as a capital. Oops. That's fine though. I broke the rules on the first one. Those are some interesting little hostiles. But let's go back to player 1. Roll once. We get a 2. It's a hostile tribe. So let's go back up here to the race table to decide what kind of enemy player 1's world has. Demon kind. I'm gonna go ahead and place another... I like this one. There we go. Alright, and let's name them. They're going to be... They're going to be imp spawn. That is it for player 1. Let's roll the dice for player 2 to see what they get. A 4, a necromancer or a mad mage. Alright, let's go back to our symbols here. Necromancer or mad mage. Let's do this tower right here. That looks neat, right? Maybe they are here in the canyon, just outside the canyon. Right here. Yeah. Make it just a touch bigger so you can see it, and then let's name it. Let's go ahead and do the random name list. We'll add another. So 2, 3, Enid. That's not really impressive. Goran. Let's do Goran. Goran the Mage is the enemy to our woe mongers. Goran the Mage wants to be happy instead of have woe all the time. That is it for Era 3. We got to work through Era 2 and Era 3 fairly quickly. I like that. Era 4 looks like it's going to be a bit of a beast to get through. Era 4 might be its own video, and then Era 5 might be its own video. We'll have to see how quickly we can get through it. Thank you for watching, and if If you have any suggestions for like better names, go ahead and put them in the comments below. You know, I've been struggling here. But yeah, this is part 2 of Mappa Imperium, and look forward to part 3, which is going to be at least Era 4. It might be Era 4 or Era 5. I don't know just yet. I'm going to do a quick playthrough of Era 4 just to see how long it takes me, and I will plan out the next video from there. As always, be kind to one another, stay safe, keep writing, and keep being creative, and I will see you next time.